developed earlier this afternoon are finally moving out of the Houston area. A KPRC2 News viewer sent us this video of a funnel cloud spotted near Santa Fe in Galveston County. It doesn't appear from the video that it touched down. Meteorologist Caroline Brown is here with what she's seeing right now on the radar.
Well, I'll tell you what, thankfully radar has been quieting out. Back to that funnel cloud, though. That is a funnel cloud. I reached out to the National Weather Service. Because of that, they did issue a report on that cloud. We're expecting to see more of those over the next several days. There's a lot of rotation when you're that close to the Gulf, and we can expect more funnels. They're going to be brief. They're going to be weak. If you feel threatened, feel free to go inside, but we're not anticipating them to reach the ground. Also, once it starts raining, that cloud's going to lift right back up. Storm Tracker 2 radar. This is a 6-hour loop behind me. You can see storms formed from the west as they moved into our juicy atmosphere. They started to really erupt. Look at all of that lightning that we saw. But now things starting to quiet down. In fact, if we stop the radar, you'll notice all of that activity now pushing off towards the east. Really the only location still dealing with some thunderstorms. That's going to be on the far east end of Galveston Island. So things so far looking pretty good. Now, as we go through the next few hours, a few isolated storms are going to be possible, but otherwise we are set up to have a very humid, very warm afternoon. A live look over downtown showing just one little cloud out there. Temperature wise, we are warm, currently sitting in the lower 90s, 92 in Sugar Land, 90 here in Houston. You'll notice areas to the north a bit cooler because of that rain cooled air. Anahuac sitting at 70, not too bad. So if you are going to be grilling tonight, rain chances are going to be out there. Temperature is going to be in the mid 80s. As we go through the entire week, you're going to see a 50 to 70% chance of storms through Friday, even the weekend, really until next Tuesday. So for the next upcoming week, daily showers and storms. We want to stress this is not a washout. Don't cancel all your plans because there's a good chance you can squeeze them in between those hit or miss showers. But do have a backup plan, have a way to get weather information, and know that between those storms, it's going to be very humid and hot. High temperatures going to be in the lower 90s. Andy, Lisa, coming up, we'll time out all of our thunderstorms and what you can expect.
Okay, Caroline, thank you. And with the Atlantic hurricane season in full swing, KP Brown. Hi, Caroline.
Hey, we've been tracking some thunderstorms through the afternoon. Now, most of these have been pushing off to the east. You can see right now, most of us actually in the clear. I do want to show you the only location we've been tracking those thunderstorms continuously. That's going to be out towards the west end of Galveston there. Otherwise, just light rain showers north of Bryan College Station. Over the next 3 days, you're going to see storm chances really continue to stay elevated. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a 60 to 70% chance of storms. Every single day, we're talking about the risk of street flooding, severe storms. That's going to be an intense wind gust, heavy downpour, frequent lightning strike. But the good news is it's not a total washout. We're not talking continuous rain. We're talking rounds of rain. Let me take you through what we're tracking. Future Track is going to show you into this evening, perhaps an isolated cell or two. That's really the exception. Most of us, a warm, humid night ahead. As we go into the day tomorrow, we're going to start to notice storm activity as early as 7 a.m., mainly going to be to our far north and west. Now, I think main storm timeline tomorrow, that's going to be through the middle of the day. We're talking 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., right when we're here on air. Those storms are going to move through the Houston area through the lunchtime hour. So I would pack a lunch to work. Don't plan on leaving because roads are going to be exceptionally messy. As you go through 5 p.m., you can see the potential for heavy storms on the north side of town. Plan for extra time for that evening commute. I think roads are going to be extremely messy Wednesday afternoon. Now, we'll continue to see more rounds of storms push in Thursday morning. Look, early Thursday, heavier thunderstorms. So even Thursday, plan for extra time. This is showing the possibility of some really aggressive storms. And this is why we're concerned about street flooding and severe weather. So extra time on the roads, that's going to be important. And I think with rounds of storms, the best tool you can have is a reliable weather app. That way, if you're not paying attention every day for the next week, your app's going to let you know, hey, you need to pay attention. Storms are moving in. 70 and 50% chance of rain through the weekend, and this means you should be really weather aware. Satellite and radar showing we do have severe thunderstorm watch in far west Texas, and we're going to be tracking a low pressure system that's going to continue to bring those storm chances Thursday, continuing on Friday as well, especially on the north side of town. Saturday and Sunday, slightly lower chance for rain, but when all said and done, between now and Sunday, 1 to 2 inches, places up to 4 inches of rainfall. This is why we're concerned about street flooding. So if you do live on a street that floods very easy, please be careful, especially during the day tomorrow. Tomorrow looks to be the most robust of all of our days with an elevated risk for storms. Flooding is going to be a concern in addition to the risk of severe weather. All of South and West Texas has that elevated risk, so please be careful out there. That extended forecast is going to show storm chances staying with us as we go through the upcoming week. You are going to notice once we get towards next week and we enter towards Juneteenth, it'll start feeling a bit more like June. But until then, Lisa, Andy, keep the umbrella handy, keep the radar app open, and give yourself a bit of extra time on the roads.
Weather aware, Caroline, thank you. A Houston man